You are listening to Vitruvian Man with Jesse and Josh.
Welcome back to Vitruvian Man, and as usual, I am joined by the podcast Zilla, Josh.
Sweet fucking Jesus, it's been a long ass time, man.
3 weeks?
Yeah, something like that.
Missed you.
Yeah, I missed you too, dude.
How are you and your lovely wife?
Doing pretty good. We spent all of last week pulling everything out of our bedroom and cleaning the whole place and putting some stuff back in. The stuff we wanted.
So the bedroom needed like an overhaul?
Yeah, pretty much. We hadn't done like a real deep clean because so much shit's been going on for us. We haven't done a real deep clean, so we're kind of working room to room, and we started with the bedroom. So it sucked.
Yeah,
but it's really nice that it's done.
My wife's parents are both gone, and she's been spending months trying to update the house to get it ready for rent. And, you know, but that's like, it's hard to deal with parents' stuff.
Dude.
You know, do I throw these clothes away?
Yeah.
They have meaning to me. So obviously you're identifying objects that, does this mean enough for me to keep it?
Right.
But what's cool, she's met so many neat people that have like helped her in this process. Like people will show up to take a mattress that's just there, and they're just so nice to her that like she's actually felt kind of supported. She's an atheist like we are.
Yeah, sure.
But she thought, you know, doesn't believe in God, but she believes in good people.
Right.
So anyway.
That's all you can believe in.
Exactly. This is a random quote that has nothing to do with what we're going to talk about today, but I had to start with this.
All right.
This is just it's for reading addicts. It's just a Facebook group, but so I couldn't find an attribution for this quote, but it's pretty good. I love Bruce Lee because he studied literature and poetry and still decided that the best form of self-expression was to kick someone in the face.
Yeah, Bruce Lee.
He's great. So now I know you haven't like written down a news roundup. Was there anything from the news you want to talk about? I got some things too. So
well, I mean, Tulsi fucking Gabbard, dude. Tulsi Gabbard, DNI, right? So she quit because her husband had cancer.
Yes.
If that's true, I feel awful for
right.
him. I don't know if it's true because it sure seems like she fucking was about to get outed by the newspaper article fucking linking her to the insane cult person. Did you...
I'm sorry, outed for what?
For being an insane cult person. She's in a fucking cult.
Right.
From Hawaii. This guy, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but did you get into any of that?
I don't know anything about that.
Okay, so, you know, I've always... This is something that I've kind of been clocking for a while. I've listened to people talking about this and read some things about her being in this fucking... Basically, the Hare Krishnas kicked this guy out, and he started his own Hindu Krishna cult.
So he was too radical for the Hare Krishnas.
He was too much of a fucking nut job for the Krishnas. And so he's been trying to get members of his cult to run for office. Like he tried to get Tulsi's dad ran for office. I think his mom was involved somehow. He's been grooming her for political career her whole life. So he finally got her in, and he actually had a lot to do with trying to sway Hawaiians against gay marriage and shit like that. He talked. I mean, he's an awful fucking cult leader. He's just
except Hawaiians are cool with gay marriage, as far as I know.
They are now. I think that he stirred the pot a lot and
tried to.
He may have actually had an influence on earlier votes regarding gay rights. That's different now.
Right.
But yeah, so she quit, and I was like, well, that's fucking weird. And she said it was because of her husband. I'm like, that doesn't track. That doesn't sound fucking right. And yeah, then... So
the idea being she quit in preparation for being outed for being a cult member.
Somebody contacted her and said, we're putting out this article. This is what it's going to say.
Yeah.
We've got this amount. We've got this as our source.
Okay.
And dude, it's pretty fucking damning. I mean, we had like a cult plant, and it's insane because she was coming down. She basically a Russian plant, but also a Krishna cult plant. Our government is so fucking weird right now.
Yeah, it is.
Like and insane. And then Bill Pulte got in, but just the fact that like the texts and the emails fully document it from I think it's like 5 or 8 years of these texts and emails that they dropped, and it's like he would make a proposal about what she should fucking say in Congress, and 3 or 4 days later she does. I mean, almost verbatim, and it's like a number of occasions.
Wow.
And he was also like behind Bashar al-Assad, who she went to meet. Like, I mean, just the whole, like, everything. It's just so fucking weird, dude. It's so fucking weird. So that's one.
Yeah.
I mean, we obviously we haven't talked about the fucking. Do we talk about the nightmare, the July 4th? I think.
Are we talking about the MMA thing? Or
yeah,
no,
we're the whole thing. Like,
we did talk a little bit about that fighter that showed up that was banned, and he showed up barefoot. That's the thing we were talking about.
Okay, so yeah. So we did do the MMA thing, but we didn't do, I guess,
the reflecting pool.
The reflecting pool.
Which has been sullied by terrorists, or what did Trump say?
I don't even know, dude. Like, it's so hard to keep track of his fucking lies, and he can't even keep track of them. He's rotting in front of us.
His brain is smooth.
It's so bad. It's like
whose brain is smoother, Mitch McConnell's or Donald Trump's? I don't care if that's in bad taste. Mitch McConnell's either dead or not doing well.
No, Mitch McConnell is absolutely dead.
Oh, he is. But have you seen that confirmed? I haven't seen that confirmed anywhere.
He's on life support.
Okay. But he's brain dead?
But he's dead. Yeah. He's dead. The only reason he's alive is because he's on life support.
Bye-bye, asshole.
And that's... So we were talking about his wife disappearing to fucking China and meeting with the vice president of China 3 days after he goes into the hospital. 3 fucking days after he goes in the hospital. Which means that he was dead when he got to the hospital. Right?
So, I mean, that would be like, that's pretty insane that the unqualified, unnamed, not part of a cabinet wife is meeting with a foreign dignitary.
What the fuck?
Who are you? You're nobody.
What are you doing? And so, but on our side, apparently, if McConnell dies, Bashir I think they can do a special election, and Tom Massey can run as an independent to take over his spot, which would be a real issue. And so the leading theory right now is that his wife is in China to avoid being here so that she can't pull the plug.
Oh.
So that they can't run the special election. So he's
technically alive.
He's technically alive. So, because when she comes back, I mean, there's no reason to get that shit plugged in.
Holy moly.
So, yeah, that's good stuff.
Oh, my God.
Like, we're in the worst fucking, like, the problem with the fucking Constitution is that they were relying on honorable people being in office.
Yeah, we talked about Larry David making fun of Trump, and it's like, right, the Constitution assumes, and the Founding Fathers assumed a certain level of sanity and reason in politics.
Yes. Yeah.
Right? And we have none of that anymore.
None of that. It's all, just fucking burn it all down.
The Stephen King said a funny thing about Stephen Miller. Did you hear this?
No.
So this is, I guess, Twitter or Blue Sky or whatever. This is Stephen King. Someone on Threads yesterday said that Stephen Miller is what happens when you bury a dildo in a pet cemetery. So I love that.
That's so fucking good.
This is another. I have a couple I just have some random things because it's been long since we talked.
I know, and there's so much has happened. I mean, the Iran wars it's been ended like 35 times since the last time we spoke. It's just fucking insane. Him going to the NATO meeting and just wandering around, not knowing where shit is. Like,
did you go ahead? I'm sorry.
Oh, just the whole fucking beef with Maloney, and she fucking totally ignored him. She wouldn't even look at him when he walked out on stage.
Wow.
Like the whole picture thing where he's looking off into the distance and everybody else in the fucking thing is looking at the camera.
But they're actually paying attention.
Right. He's just
drooling
out, dude. Yeah. Somebody's got to empty his drool bucket. And you can hear it. I mean, his voice is so fucked. Right? Like
Oh, is it?
Just listen to him talk.
Oh, he's just slurring a little bit?
He's completely slurring.
He's probably exhausted, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's why he's falling asleep all the time. I mean, you saw the pic. 850,000 fireworks couldn't keep that piece of shit awake. Right? Think about that. Yeah. 850,000 fireworks couldn't keep him awake.
Did you hear about that piece of shit Republican who loves America so much that he went to Great Britain with his mistress rather than be here for the 4th of July?
Have you seen any of the footage of those two, like getting clocked on camera? It's fucking hilarious. They're like,
so he thought he was doing that covertly?
I think that the idea was that I think that was the idea. Yeah.
What about? So I don't follow soccer. I'm sorry, I don't care. But did you see about Trump overturning a red card?
The red card, yeah.
Okay, so red card, I guess the way I understand it is a red card, you get a red card, you're kicked out of that game, and then the next game as well. And it's inequitable because you're down a player. You don't get to replace, like football, you would replace that player.
Right, it's like hockey.
Not true about soccer. So, or football, however you want to call it. So Trump complains to the head of, is that FIFA?
FIFA, Infantino.
That, why did you take this guy out? So against all regulations and completely unfairly, that idiot puts that American player back in, and then America loses anyway. But like my wife said, everyone who gets in bed with Trump gets fucked in the end, right? This guy is getting crushed in the media for allowing that player back in. Unprecedented. That's unprecedented.
Infantino, well, I mean, he's the motherfucker that gave him the FIFA Peace Prize, right? I mean, he's straight dick.
And by the way, the FIFA, I mean, we're talking about FIFA has had events in Saudi Arabia where slaves died building those soccer fields.
Right.
So FIFA is a very corrupt organization.
It's really corrupt, and especially at the top.
Right.
The best is when who beat him? Holland,
something like that.
Doing the fucking double jerk dance when they won.
Nice.
Fucking so funny. They did it on stage after the score, and then in the locker room again. Right. So good.
Awesome. I have several random notes here.
Keep going.
This is Tits McGee, who's on Twitter. That's her name, Tits McGee. Very funny.
I'm like, that's Anchorman.
Yeah, exactly. She says this is a new concept. We know about Schrodinger's cat. Yeah. Right? This is Schrodinger's women. Schrodinger's woman, singular. The woman exists simultaneously as both sexy as hell and a fat fucking bitch until the man's mediocre come on is either rejected or accepted.
That's pretty fucking
pretty
good.
Clever.
That's pretty good because we've got Schrodinger's war.
Yes.
Iran. Is it on?
It's
off?
over. It's not over.
I don't know.
I don't even know. And in another random awkward news, the new Louis C.K. stand-up is awesome.
Is it?
Yes. It's called Ridiculous, and it's on Netflix, and it's both profound and hilarious. You will laugh, and it's really good.
I'll watch it.
He's at the top of his game.
I think I've seen reviews where they were knocking it, but a lot of that stuff I think they're going in with an angle.
I mean, Louis C.K. got canceled for jerking off in front of women. That happened.
Yeah.
What also happens is he's a brilliant comic.
He's an amazing comic.
And I get people that won't go pay money to go see a guy's show like that. I totally get it. I used to want to go see Marilyn Manson because our friend Craig said he was incredible. I'm done with that. I'm not giving Marilyn Manson my money.
Yeah.
So I don't blame you.
So, I mean, in context with this, I sent you the thing with Elfman.
Oh, Danny Elfman got soft canceled. He didn't actually get canceled.
Would you go see that?
So that's a weird thing, right? I mean, I guess it depends on the ticket price, and it depends on...
It's at the Regency.
Which we love the Regency.
Right? So, and the ticket price is going to be pretty good.
Okay. All right, so we'll have to talk about that.
We'll have to talk about that. But I wanted to actually check in with you on that because I get what you're saying. And that article was like...
The article we read was not... It wasn't... There's not a rape allegation, which I'm sorry is different than what is alleged against him.
Yeah, and there's like the judge dismissed the case and then it's a little confusing. It's a little confusing. Yeah. So, but going to see Danny Elfman live would be pretty fucking.
Does he have a band, right?
I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine it's not Oingo Boingo, but he's going to be playing. He's going to be playing shit. It's not just going to be him and a keyboard doing Simpsons.
He's like playing some serious killer shit, and someone's like, "Play The Simpsons." This is only relevant to people in Sonoma County, but dude, you got to go to Saucy Mama's Barbecue.
Okay.
So,
because I've heard mediocre, or I've heard mixed reviews.
Okay.
So, but I have wanted to go.
So what's cool about that place is you can order almost anything as a side. So we ordered a lot of sides.
Oh, nice.
And it's not that it's the best barbecue I've ever had. Honestly, my ribs are more tender when I make them myself.
Yeah.
But it's in total view of all the food we have, it was incredible.
Nice.
So like, the potato salad was okay. The ribs I thought were a bit overdone, but the sauce, man, I mean, we're talking about anise and like plum and all kinds of really interesting flavors in the sauce.
Interesting.
And, as much as I love barbecue, I find a lot of good barbecue restaurants have okay sauce. Like I've made sauce that was better.
Yeah, sure.
So it's kind of like, it's not that you're going to be blown away by one thing. It's that it's somewhat affordable considering its quality. And in total, the red beans and rice were amazing.
Nice.
The baked beans were great. The macaroni salad had these really interesting flavors that it wasn't just your perfunctory mac salad. So, and the fried chicken, now I like a big, thick, like buttermilk chicken with a lot of crust. It didn't have that. But it was the juiciest fried chicken I've ever had in my entire life.
All right.
So it's not, so try a sampling.
I'll have to go out there.
Go with like 3 or 4 people, get some sides, you know what I mean? And get a real kind of like overview of the taste, and I think you'll like it.
I'll have to get out there and check it out.
Reasonably priced.
Yeah.
So, okay, more random shit. So I never saw Green Book. Did you see that?
No, I never saw that.
That to me looks like Driving Miss Daisy.
Yeah, right.
So the guy that drove around this, I guess, pianist, right in the 50s.
Yeah.
He was like a safe driver, and I guess the deal is the Green Book would help you avoid really dangerous spots for African Americans.
Right.
And so Viggo Mortensen plays the driver. Well, the son of the driver, I guess, wrote this book, and they made it to a movie. I guess it won an Oscar, and it was almost completely forgotten. It's one of these Oscar winners that it'll be probably remembered like Driving Miss Daisy. Like there were probably better movies that year that should have won.
Yeah.
But the author's kind of an asshole. So he's the son of a man that appeared to have a lot of sympathy for the African American plight. But when Trump said Muslims were dancing in the streets after 9/11, the author of the Green Book said, "Yeah, I saw it too." I know this is just kind of random and has nothing to do with what we're talking to today, but like Trump lied about Muslims dancing in the streets. That's a claim that was never verified. Apparently there's no footage of this, but the author of the Green Book agreed with him.
So Trump was just repeating that because that came out.
Of course he was.
Like that I remember that.
Yeah.
Them saying that right after it happened.
Yeah.
And
a lie.
I've
and it was
seen
a lie.
video. Yeah, right. And it's not a thing. But
anyway, the author of the Green Book's an asshole. That
sucks.
My dad was nice. I wrote this book, therefore I can't be racist.
Yeah, so I'm fine.
Right.
I'm fine.
Yeah, that's not how that works. The totality of your life is what is your assessment of you, right?
Yeah.
So here's a weird one. Okay. You and I are probably both introverted extroverts or extroverted introverts, meaning we like our alone time. We like our time at home, either with the wife or just solitude.
Yeah.
As much as we like going out in the world, we like going to the city, we like going to shows. I need a lot of alone time.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've ever had one of these days, but like it was like a Sunday. It was pretty lazy, just at home. And I'm like, I'll go get my car washed. I'll just leave the house for 30 minutes. And I got into a beef with somebody. I stuck my neck out for 30 minutes out of that 24-hour period and instantly got in a big beef with somebody. So this is bizarre. So I go to the gas station. As I'm pumping the gas in my car, I'm like, maybe I'll buy some rolling papers. So I go in there and I'm like, I just, usually rolling papers are right behind the head of the clerk that's there. Sure. I don't see him anywhere. I said, what kind of rolling papers do you have? He goes, he's already bummed out that I'm even in the store. Like he's having a bad day. And he goes, they're right over there. And so I don't have my glasses on and I'm an old man. So I kind of bend over. I cross the threshold I didn't know existed and bend over and squinting at the papers, and he's fucking furious. Basically, he's furious that I've gone past this threshold into the area of the cashier. I'm not carrying a knife. I'm not a fucking gang member. I squinted with my old man eyes at the papers and he's flipped out. He doesn't shout at me. He's really calm, but he is fucking angry. And so I said, I'm sorry. So by the fifth apology, right? The fifth apology, he's all, tell it to the manager. And so I said to him, do you want me to tell your fucking manager? Where is he? Like, what the fuck is happening here?
You want this? Let's fucking do it.
So he's just angry about this, and I'm good. So he probably has an awful manager.
Yeah.
Right? Why else would you be so upset about this? Anyway, it's so funny. Like, sometimes people will reinforce to your mind that people are generally great. And this guy's not a terrible person, but like, it's so funny how one little bit of contact and you know what I mean? I don't know. It's bizarre how life works sometimes.
Sometimes it's better just to stay
Yeah,
home.
I should have stayed at home that day.
So did you talk to the manager?
No. I don't generally cuss at anybody that aren't my friend.
Yeah.
But by the time I said to him, do you want me to talk to your fucking manager? I don't ever talk to anybody like that.
Yeah. You gotta push pretty fucking hard. Yeah.
I generally want to be cool, especially to retail people.
Yeah,
That's a horrible job.
Right.
So I don't really ever get angry at retail people, even if they're, sullen or upset. I figured this is a hard job. It's none of my business. Yeah. So anyway, that happened.
That sucks.
Do you have any, I know you don't have a whole news thing. Do you have any other news items that were tickling your brain or no?
I mean, it's just so much. I mean, we've kind of briefly gone over all the stuff.
Yeah.
I mean.
You're good.
Yeah. It's like, it's just a fucking tidal wave
it's a
of
mess.
Fucking bullshit.
We have a cousin who she's a biologist, and I didn't get all the details, but Trump administration has cut so many DEI things and so many, let's say, unnecessary socialist programs that she got stranded in El Salvador because she's lost 4 jobs because of these DEI cuts.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, now she's in Thailand. And I said, oh, you and your husband are in Thailand. How long do you think you'll stay? She goes, well, I'm going to wait out the Trump administration. Oh, bro, that sounds fucking sweet.
Thailand's a place to do it.
Imagine being in New Zealand or Thailand or Sweden and actually being around a populace that's not oppressed by a fascist regime. That sounds pretty fucking great.
Yeah. Oh, you know what we should talk about?
Yeah.
Nigel Farage.
Oh, who's that?
And Count Binface.
Oh, I don't know what those words are. What are those words?
It's so awesome. So Nigel Farage is he's a minister in England. He's a political guy. He's a super far right reform guy. Yeah. Essentially, he's their answer to Trump over there. He just got outed for like hiding millions of dollars of money that's come into him from different people. They did a report, put it in the paper, put it out there. He's like, fine, fuck you, I'll quit. Because what he wanted to do was he wanted to trigger a vote so that basically he's trying to play the game. He's gaming the system. Everybody else decided, you know what? Fuck you. I'm not running. You know what? You're going to be running by yourself. This guy that walks around in like armor and a trash can on his head, Count Binface, and he talks shit to all the political people, and like
so he's an activist.
He's an activist, and he's completely reasonable. He's going to be running against Farage.
A guy in a trash can outfit.
A guy in a Count Binface.
So he's their Vermin Supreme. Right, we have Vermin Supreme here, the guy with the boot on his head.
Oh yeah,
who's a libertarian?
Yeah,
who's always running for president.
But this guy's like he's legitimate. Got legit ideas.
Cool.
He's not like a
wacky.
Yeah, he's got like liberal democracy kind of ideas. Yeah. So he's out there, and the fact that it's going to be Farage and Binface, and they're going to have to debate. He's going to have to debate.
Will you tell me when that? If you see that, will you tell me?
I will.
I would like to see that.
I'll keep up on that.
Okay. No, if you notice it, I would definitely like to watch that.
All right. I'll let you know.
Speaking of things I don't know anything about, and we should maybe do an episode on this. Have you seen all the sweeping socialist reforms the mayor of New York City is doing?
Killing it.
Bro. Like all this shit Democrats talk about and never do anything about, he's doing it.
In 6 months.
He's doing a bunch of shit that's going to make New Yorkers' lives instantly better.
It's amazing. And all these fucking stupid assholes like, oh, you fucking commies, socialists. It's like, dude, shut the fuck up. He's actually getting shit done.
He's actually helping
what the fuck has Schumer done?
Serves.
What the fuck has Hakeem Jeffries done?
Yeah, nothing.
Fuck those motherfuckers.
They read polls. Check their stock portfolio. They don't give a fuck.
They listen to their McKinsey reviews.
Yeah.
And so like I think we've talked about fucking Ezra fucking Klein.
Was he the New York Times columnist?
He's New York Times. He does some other stuff.
Yeah.
He's written some books. But he was like, maybe, we should become a bigger tent party. And maybe we should. But his idea was like, we should accept anti-abortion.
Yeah, we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Yeah,
fuck him. And he's like, all these fucking big tent people are like, yeah, we need to take that seriously. Fuck you. But we can't have people like Mamdani or fucking AOC. They don't want them in there. That sounds like a fairly small fucking tent, asshole.
So don't forget, like Clinton and the Clintonites diluted the Democratic ideals.
Oh, absolutely.
So that's what they're talking about, is further diluting the Democratic ideals.
Clinton was basically a Republican. Like he was an old school Republican.
Not insane.
Right.
Not a super liberal.
No. And the whole thing, he ran on all these super progressive ideas, did none of them.
Right.
Yeah. And, I guess we should talk about Plattner.
Plattner's the one that just resigned for rape allegations?
He dropped out of the race. Maine should be, the Democrats should be able to win Maine. Right.
And that's not going to happen now because he dropped out?
It's real question that Susan Collins is going to win this fucking race because he wasn't vetted properly.
And she's an asshole that's helping the Senate majority.
She votes with Trump
all the time.
All the time.
Yeah.
The only time that she doesn't so she can keep her outsider, maverick status is when the vote's already done. She stays out and she looks good.
She pretends to
vote against it. So this is going to be a problem, and they're going to do the same fucking thing if the DNC gets involved with it because the same. So it's basically really close to the same time frame as when Biden dropped out and Kamala took over the race. And what they should have done there, right? What they should have done is they should have said, okay, we fucking get everybody who's running on a stage and we fucking have everybody fucking yell at each other for 2 weeks and then we fucking vote on it.
Right.
Instead, they appointed Kamala and we lost because of it.
Right.
And that's not to say Kamala wasn't a better person.
Of course she was.
None of that stuff, right?
But she was a woman and that was a problem.
And it wasn't like she was just anointed as the next person.
Right.
It wasn't like up to the people. And so the fucking people got pissed about it. And a lot of stupid fucking people like the whole, well, she's not going to be as bad as Trump on Palestine or whatever. Yeah, whatever. Fuck, it's so fucking stupid. So if they don't fucking do something like that in Maine, we're gonna lose. We're gonna lose to Susan Collins.
How has being conservative worked out for the Democrats for the last 40 years?
Fucking dumbasses,
horribly,
dude.
Right? Horribly.
Yeah, and the one of the problems is that you have all these fucking like never Trumpers that are trying to take over the Democratic Party. They're pushing it to the right as much as they can.
Right.
And I think that's a real fucking issue that we're going to have to come to terms
with.
It's like, shut the fuck up. Go vote for go clean up your own fucking party.
Right.
Fuck you.
And the thing is like, so they would nominate Kamala as opposed to someone like AOC, right? Because she's the safer pick. Well, she wasn't.
Right.
So again, you went conservative and it absolutely didn't work.
Yeah.
And black people don't like Kamala. She had big problems polling amongst the black people.
Yeah, because when that race kicked off, when she first started running for president, I was like, she would work. She'd be good. And then I was talking to...
She's competent.
She's smart, competent, like all of it.
Seems to be anti-Israel in her own way. You said she missed that one summit that was... you said a vice president had never missed that one summit.
Oh, yeah.
And she chose to not go with this flimsy excuse. Yeah.
But I talked to the fam on the East Coast, Lloyd and Danae, and they're like, yeah, she has not got the support of black people.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's up with that?
The polling shows it.
And it's because of her policing tactics here.
Yeah, and the problem is every Democrat and every Republican were hard on crime.
You're right.
So they all, even your favorite Democrats, signed those punitive bills into legislation in the 80s or early 90s or whatever. And so obviously she's part of that.
Yeah.
I think finally restorative justice is creeping its way into the Democratic Party. The understanding, right, that punitive stuff is not working.
It doesn't do anything.
Yeah. So fuck that shit. All right. So we have a movie to talk about, but we should get to this week's episode of This Motherfucker.
This motherfucker. This motherfucker. This motherfucker. This motherfucker. This motherfucker. This motherfucker. This motherfucker. This motherfucker. This motherfucker.
All right, we have a 2-time winner for this motherfucker because it's Rob Schneider.
Oh, fuck. Not again.
So I sometimes it's hard to talk about an asshole just because just that week it's just not that interesting. So all he did, and it wasn't really a lot of coverage of it, was he said he would pay any fine to the Giants players that were fined for not wearing the LGBTQ hats.
Oh, right.
He said any player in any professional league who's fined by their league for refusing to be forced to participate in woke leftist agendas or refuses to wear ridiculous uniforms, you signed a contract to play baseball. You didn't sign a contract to go against your deeply held Christian religious beliefs. Baseball is our national pastime, not drag queen story hour. Now, there were no fines.
I would love to beat him.
There were no fines. No one got fined.
I would love to just
Didn't
beat
happen.
him just right in the fucking face, dude.
So that's a flimsy pretext to talk about some of the other shit about Robert Schneider. So I'm like, this is not really this snippet is just him speaking into a wind and no one cares.
Yeah.
Right. But I did notice there's all kinds of other shit about Rob Schneider.
Yeah, he's not a good person.
He's a bad person. He's got several kids and they don't like him. For example, his one daughter, he sent her to a fat camp when she was a teenager and had forgotten that same girl's 18th birthday. So he cared enough about her to be ashamed and send her to a fat camp, but didn't care enough about her to remember her 18th birthday. Okay, it gets worse than that.
I have no doubt.
Yeah, in recent years, she's seemingly grown especially disgusted by his pivot to extreme right-wing politics signaling, and the associated bigotry that comes with it, saying in general, I don't want to be associated with him. So she's not really excited to be his daughter, obviously. That's not a thing anymore.
Oh,
now, he is getting divorced.
Oh, imagine that.
The woman he's divorcing is 10 months older than one of his daughters.
I mean,
right? So this is the last thing, and this actually tickled my fancy. You want to tickle your fancy, Josh?
Tickle it, buddy.
Rob Schneider is the pitchman for a mega booze pander brand called Tears of the Left Bourbon.
Who's wound up about that?
Morons will buy anything that agrees with them, right?
Right, but it's only to wind themselves up, right? Nobody gives a fuck.
No one cares. And not only that, the funny thing is the Facebook page for Tears of the Left Bourbon is filled with nothing but angry customer complaints about broken and missing bottles.
Of course. It's pure grift.
Yeah.
They probably fucking buy like the runover from Bullet or something like that and package it as, something different.
It's like we talk about how Republicans are great at branding. They really are with language. Like, it was like, remember like global warming it was like one of those two got inverted by the Republican Party and it really worked.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but it was like before global warming, but they rebranded it, blah, 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 blah. But Tears of the Left. So let's just talk about that just for a second here. We're all crybabies. That's what we are, is crybabies.
Oh.
Because
really?
We have empathy for our fellow man. And not only that, bro, there's a lot of lefties with guns who are happy to have you call them names. Please call me names.
Dude,
you want to start a fight? Come at me.
So yeah.
Tears of the Left.
It's so fucking
We're all
stupid.
crybabies.
It's so these snowflake motherfuckers, all they do is cry.
Yeah.
Right? They just whining about everything. They
Absolutely.
fucking hate America. They fucking hate Americans. Like,
yeah.
Shut the fuck up, you snowflake bitch.
I said, right at the beginning of the show, I'm glad that Mitch McConnell will be dead.
Yeah.
Now,
I hope it hurts.
Yeah, exactly. And I hope you fucking die and burn in hell.
Yeah.
And, fuck you piece of shit traitor.
I want to believe in hell just so that I know that McConnell's going to be burning in it.
And again, we've talked about this, when famous assholes have died, the world's now a better place because you're dead.
Yeah.
So don't tell me not to celebrate the death of somebody.
Yeah,
We're all going to die. Some of us made this world a better place.
Yeah.
And some of us made a much worse place. And Mitch McConnell is at the top of that shit pile.
He fucked America.
The moment Obama took presidency, Mitch McConnell said out loud, not to his wife or in a private conversation, I'm going to oppose him at every turn.
Yeah.
And Mitch McConnell is one of the reasons why Obama's Supreme Court nominee got sabotaged.
Yeah.
Which led to this insane right-wing radical court.
Yeah.
Mitch McConnell is a traitor.
He's a traitor. He's a fucking piece of shit.
He's a traitor.
And he hates America.
He
Truly
hates America, loves his money.
Yeah.
And, someone had a brilliant point about Mitch McConnell, right? He gets free health care. Of course he does, because he's a senator. That guy spent his entire career making sure Americans didn't get health care.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
He's a horrible fucking
Die,
person.
you piece of shit. Have fun.
Hurts.
Yeah. All right, so that's Rob Schneider, blah, blah, blah. He's horrible. He's an idiot. More fun. Let's talk about something more fun.
All right.
Let's talk about Stanley Kubrick's final film, Eyes Wide Shut.
We should be grateful that we've managed to survive through all of our adventures, whether they were real or only a dream.
So this is an odd movie. First of all, what did you think?
When I watched it through, I was like, this is probably my least favorite Kubrick that I've seen. But as I kind of thought about it and kind of went over it and looked at some stuff and, listened to people talking about it, I was like, okay, well, I'll definitely watch it again a couple more times because it is Kubrick and you don't get everything. And, I mean, so many of the fucking Q fuckers love this movie because they think that
it's proof about what is it, the Pizzagate and all that stuff.
It's a documentary, right? To them, it's a fucking documentary,
right? Sex parties, illegal sex parties at rich people's homes,
homes, and people die, and
So in other words, Epstein Island,
or I mean, fucking any number of things, right? I mean, all of it. But overall, I liked it, and I really I think that this is, we were talking about this, but during Tom Cruise's era of actually acting, he wasn't too bad in this, and I know that Kubrick was really fucking hard on him.
Yes.
In particular, we can talk about Alan Cumming because there's
got to talk about all that stuff.
A great story about Alan Cumming.
Oh, I didn't know it.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of trivia, but real quick, Nicole Kidman has a fantasy about a naval officer, and we don't know what's happened with this couple before the movie starts. We don't know if he's cheated on her, but she really hurts him by going into great detail about this fantasy she had about fucking a naval officer.
What really got him and got in his head was that she was like, if he had made any move at all, she would have left him and their daughter,
right,
immediately, and all it would have taken was one look.
Yes,
right.
And so it's funny. The more I learn about this movie, the more I like it, because then I go back and rewatch it with that context.
Yeah. So
what I don't like about this movie is those scenes. Okay, so Kubrick made Nicole Kidman and that naval officer film those scenes for a week or two.
So long.
We're talking about, I don't know if it was 50 hours or 100 hours. It's insane.
It's insane. They had so much fucking footage.
And he wouldn't let Tom Cruise in on the set when he was doing that.
Yeah.
So, Kubrick famously made, who is it, The Shining? Who's the young woman in The Shining? Right. So she was pulling her hair out by the roots. He was so hard on her in that movie. But he knows how to manipulate people. Right. So he doesn't let Tom Cruise in on those scenes where his wife, Nicole Kidman, is having simulated sex with a really good looking man.
Right.
But I didn't like how he shot. Kubrick is one of the greatest photographers in the world history of cinema, and I hated how he photographed those love scenes between her and that naval officer. It looked like a Cinemax movie.
It was just so weird.
It was terrible.
Yeah, and it was all in black and white, and
it didn't look good.
Yeah, that was very strange. So I'll tell you about the Alan Cummings thing real quick.
Sure. So real quick for the audience, Alan Cummings plays a brief part in the movie where he's playing a clerk, a hotel clerk.
Hotel clerk, yeah.
And so when Tom Cruise is looking for his friend, the piano player, he meets Cummings.
Yeah. And Cummings is just gushing over Tom Cruise.
He wants to fuck Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise, right?
So he's attracted to
Tom. I don't want to say that.
No.
But
he's
as
attracted to the character Tom Cruise, yes.
So at some point, Alan Cummings got hired. Kubrick meets him, and he's Scottish, right?
Yeah.
So he says, hello, it's very nice to meet you. I'm glad to be here. Blah blah blah. He's all, you're not American. He's all, yeah, I'm Scottish. So he said something like, well, I didn't know you weren't American. He's all,
sorry.
That's because I was acting, Stan.
Oh, he must have done an American accent in a movie
for the audition tapes.
Oh, okay, got it. So he
totally
did an American accent. Yeah,
it's because I was acting.
Yeah,
and Kubrick squinted at him.
Yeah,
he's all laughed, and they never had a problem. He didn't push him. He didn't do any of the stuff that he does to his other actors.
Fascinating.
It's like he fucking stood up, like, fuck you.
Oh, so Cummings stood up to him, and Kubrick respected that.
He had respect for it.
Interesting.
Nobody else did. Fucking Tom Cruise, the Kubrick's the god. I've been wanting this movie forever, and so he knew he had him in his pocket.
Yeah.
As soon as he realized he didn't have Cummings, he was like, okay.
Interesting.
And he didn't make him do.
So as much as I love Kubrick, he's probably a bully. Right, because that's what a bully does. A bully finds an innocent victim who's weak, and uses that for their power.
And he totally does. I think that was probably his MO.
It's funny because this is something, if you watch enough British television and films like I do, and then if you ever watched The Wire, which you didn't, obviously Idris Elba and the other dude from Great Britain have immaculate American accents. Americans do shitty British accents. British people do amazing American accents.
I've heard. So there are tells for English people doing American accents.
Try to say taco.
Well, yeah. It's ours too.
Sure.
I realized because there are English people who cannot do an American accent.
Sure, of course, yeah.
And I remember watching Faulty Towers, and they had this fucking obnoxious American character on there yelling about.
Was he actually American?
The Waldorf salad. No, It wasn't. And I was like, what's that fucking accent?
Yeah.
And I realized he was trying to do an American accent, but he couldn't quite pull it off.
So it's not innately that Americans are horrible listeners. It's funny because when I was a kid, I would imitate Bugs Bunny. I was kind of good at imitating cartoon characters.
Sure.
And I realized that's the same instrument I use for music. So when I hear a melody, I can just write it down from scratch because I can hear it. So it's about listening, and it's about, I own Monty Python albums. I don't know about you, but I was into British television even as a kid.
Fully.
So I think it's just that Americans who aren't, let's say, steeped in British television and film don't have as much access to those, let's say, colloquialisms and affects of these vernaculars.
Yeah.
Whereas I think a lot of British people have watched plenty of American television.
It's all American.
Because American television is super popular around the world. It is.
Especially, if you're born anytime pre-2000s, really.
Right.
It's fucking everywhere.
Right.
One of the funniest things, did you ever see the Douglas Adams series?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, yeah.
The English one?
Oh, yes.
So do you remember Marvin the Robot?
It's been a while, but yes.
So his whole thing was the ship was the happy robot.
Right.
And so the ship would say, "Hi there." And there's this way that they say "hi there."
Yeah.
That it's a dead tell for an English person trying to sound American, because they were trying to sound like an American, like a happy, fucking overly happy and American accent. Right. On a side note, every time I get into QuickBooks Online, there's a pop-up and it says "Hi there," and I do it in that fucking accent.
or
"Hi there,"
Peter Gabriel from Sledgehammer, right? That's the opening of Sledgehammer. "Hi there." Yeah. Now I told you about, the more I learn about this movie, the more I enjoy it.
Yeah.
This movie's filmed in Great Britain, and it's supposed to be in New York.
Yeah, it's on a lot.
So this movie is really one giant nightmare in some ways. It's an odd movie because they painstakingly recreated several parts of New York to make this movie. Because I guess Kubrick hated flying. He's like, I want to just shoot this in sound stages. So they built these amazing, beautiful sound stages that would recreate large parts of New York. But it doesn't feel like a movie shot in New York. The way that, like, if you watch Taxi Driver, the cliche is that New York's a character in that movie.
It for sure is.
It's clearly shot in New York.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you think about the essential New York movies you've seen, you can so tell that it's New York. And anyone who's been in New York, I would say, would watch. I would check, it feels too pretty and pristine to be New York. It just doesn't feel like New York to me, which is kind of adds to the weirdness of the movie, it being kind of a waking nightmare.
And there's that one scene where he's walking and he's getting followed by the
homophobic college students.
No.
by the he's being followed by somebody. He's not sure
by
who
somebody.
it is.
Yeah,
yes.
Somebody that's like
in a cloak, right? Like in a long coat. Yeah,
long coat.
Yeah,
and that was all filmed green screen. He was on a treadmill when they filmed that.
Oh, it looked good.
It looked good, but it also gives there's
that
a
kind
character.
of a weird. Yes.
Yeah, it's interesting. It wasn't a huge set, so in some of the scenes you can see
They're going to double back.
the other side.
Yeah.
And it's like the stores that were supposed to be somewhere else in town.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was pretty interesting.
So obviously, this movie is about a doctor that has a rough night with his wife and then has some kinds of adventures involving orgies and prostitutes. Lily Sobieski plays a prostitute who's like 14 years old. That's really fucking weird. Right? She's the daughter of
that was fucking weird.
Costume
Yeah.
shop owner.
Yeah, that was
Do you know what she whispered in his ear?
No, what?
So she whispers in his ear, you might want to try an ermine lining on that coat. So the question is, does she or her father know about these orgies? Because she's recommending an ermine lining for the coat he's going to wear to that orgy. Really fucking weird shit. It's really
Where did you get that from?
So that's apparently a fact. I did some research on this.
Interesting.
And I found more than one site that says that's what she's whispering in his ear. Because she's so sexualized in that, even though she's a child.
Dude.
She's so sexualized in that, you just assumed it was a come on. I assumed it was just something sexy that she whispered to him. No, it was, do you want to try it? You might want to try an ermine lining on that coat.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, the movie, the thing I like about this movie is there's a lot of subtext.
Yeah.
There's not necessarily a cohesive plot driving you towards a big finale. And by the time it's over, you're like, oh, that's the ending of the movie? So it's kind of formless in that way.
It kind of reminds me in a way of Ninth Gate. Did you ever see that?
I saw that. That was good. That was
it's really good. That's
Johnny
Polanski,
Depp.
Johnny Depp.
That's a good little, and it's got a scary, gross kind of like horror ending with Frank Langella, right?
Yeah. Well, the ending is not that. There are weird satanic parts through it that are fucking weird.
I remember
gross.
liking it. Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's a slow burn though. And you're like, fuck.
What's happening? What's this about?
That's it. And the end when he figures it out, right?
Yeah.
And he gets to move up the ladder.
Right.
It's kind of anticlimactic.
Right. It's not a giant impactful ending, which we're used to seeing in movies, obviously.
Right. And I mean, I love that movie.
Cool.
I think
I want to
it's
see it again.
fucking good. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I get the same general feeling from this that I did from that. It's kind of like, it's just, you're like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
Where is this going? And then at the end, you're like, that's how it ends.
Are there any specific scenes you'd like to talk about? I have a million bits of trivia. We could just bounce off of those, or we could talk about some scenes. We were talking about the director, Sidney Pollack, who plays his friend, right? His friend owns this big fancy house. There's a a prostitute that's passed out because of a drug overdose. Tom Cruise helps Sidney Pollack with that. We were talking about the acting in this movie. You said Nicole Kidman's awful.
Oh man,
I think they're both kind of weird. I mean, Tom Cruise, I understand he's an action star. In Magnolia, he proved he can be an actor. That's acting. Yeah, that's incredible acting. In that movie.
I actually like, and I think Vanilla Sky was the same time period. And I thought
it's been a long time since I saw it, but obviously he's good in that too. Yeah.
So it's definitely a time period where he was actually trying to act and not just be Tom Cruise on screen.
It's funny how Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, their scenes together are very weird sometimes.
The weirdest one is like when they smoke weed and she actually tells him
about the fantasy. Yeah.
Like it looks to me like they've never smoked weed. Like they have no idea what fucking being stoned.
And did you notice he drank Budweiser?
I did, yeah.
Which it's funny because he's well off. They own a big house in Manhattan. They're making money.
Right. But he's not real money.
He's not real money the way Pollock is real money. But so he is of high status in some ways, but in other ways he's drinking Budweiser.
Right.
And that is a choice. So someone that kind of money, unless they're just an idiot patriot, drinks better beer or wine or whiskey or whatever they do.
Yeah.
But that to me ties into Kubrick's like, this is American. This is implicitly American.
Right.
So he has them drinking Budweiser. But it's not even a good American beer, right? It's an average or shitty American beer, depending on how you look at it.
I think that might be a nod to Cruise coming up from being not poor necessarily.
Oh, okay. So he had a middle class family. Is that alluded to?
I think that would be. That's where I see. I would take.
You're interpreting that
idea.
As though maybe his dad drank Bud.
Yeah, he drank. He came from the wrong side of the tracks and worked his way up.
I was always a beer snob. And then my wife's dad, who eventually quit drinking, well, when he drank a lot, it was Coors. Yeah. And I remember being a beer snob thinking, fuck that, that's gross. And I just sat with him and ate so many meals with him that I ended up kind of liking a light beer with my food. Yeah. So as much as I shat on Coors my whole life, I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good with a meal. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it's watery. It's not, anyway.
Yeah.
So obviously you are influenced by your parents or your in-laws.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah.
Is there any specific, do you have a favorite scene in this movie or a favorite passage or, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm going through.
The orgies are weird in this movie. Okay, let's talk about the orgies real quick. I'm sorry, I asked you a question. Did you have like a favorite scene or before I interrupt you immediately?
I don't think that I had a very specific, like it all kind of came together as a whole. So I don't have anything very specific that I'd like to talk about. I do the ending. When they're shopping.
Yeah, they're at that department store. The daughter wants a toy.
Who are the men that help, that walk his daughter?
I think that's in my trivia. I don't have it available.
That's some weird fucking shit. And
so are they walking with her?
They're like walking with her.
Right.
And Nicole and Tom are having a conversation about we need to fuck now, right? That was
that was it in the movie.
That was the
we
last
need to
line.
Fuck. Yeah,
but like the daughter is just kind of forgotten about. It's so weird. It's just such a fucking bizarre thing.
It is it's a weird ending to a weird movie. It really is.
I did hear like some fucking SRA lunatics.
What's SRA? Oh God! Hey man, you brought it up. Don't get angry at me.
The satanic ritual abuse people. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Maybe not.
Okay, so the SRA people like claim that there's the same mind control. They groom little kids to fucking raise them up so that they have babies. They sexually abuse them and they have babies and they kill the babies. And I mean, it's a whole. It's a bunch.
Is
of
this about satanic panic?
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's about the assumptions that weird normie Americans have about Satanism, basically.
Well, yes, but it's also like, I mean, it's the Salem witch trials.
Right.
It's, alien anal probes. It's like all these fucking things are basically boiled down to this fear of outside or others. Okay. And so, the SRA people are like, this is totally a documentary, of course. And Nicole Kidman had been groomed which is why she had that dream
Right.
of her being fucking all of those men in front of Tom Cruise,
Right.
and like that whole fucking weird thing,
Right.
And then so then the little girl was kidnapped at the end to have the same thing done to her.
Oh my God.
So there's like
That's a theory. in
That's a
other words.
theory. Yeah, that's a theory. So yeah, I mean the SRA people do fucking lunatics, man.
So obviously, the thing that most people know about this movie is there's some big orgies.
Yeah.
That is all that stuff is really fascinating. First of all, if you actually watch the people having sex in those orgies, it's really awkward and weird. It's like the director says, have really wild, loud, or have really, let's say, athletic sex. No one in that movie looks like they're actually having sex. And it's like, no one in that movie looks like they've actually had sex. Because do you know so a man's going down on a woman, he's got a mask on.
Right.
He's going down on her with a mask. There's no, I'm not trying to be gross here, there's no opening for his tongue. So the sex in these orgies is bizarre,
It's very
performative,
bizarre.
and almost, again, dreamlike. This is not really how people have sex, even at an orgy.
Right. It was very bizarre, and I mean, like the two women 69ing on the table.
Yeah.
That was just weird. Like none of it seemed comfortable. It all seemed like very uncomfortable sex. It was very strange.
Yeah.
It was not an erotic thing to watch all
Not
these people
at
doing
all
their thing.
erotic.
Now, not to say that there weren't some hot women on there.
So obviously there's several voluptuous, beautiful models in this movie.
Yeah.
This is what's interesting to me. Tom Cruise has a sexual attachment to every female in this movie. And it's almost ridiculous. They show, there's a, during Nicole Kidman's conversation with Tom Cruise where they're arguing, she talks about the women he has to examine. Like, do you get excited when you feel their breasts?
Right.
You know, gynecologists observe women at 21 and at 95. So obviously there's a large swath of women that you would see if you were a gynecologist.
And he wasn't a gynecologist. He was just like a GP.
A GP.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I said that wrong. But like the only time they showed Tom Cruise examining a woman, she is a model, a beautiful, voluptuous model. And it's like, that's just so unlikely that it adds to the weirdness of this movie. It's almost like they don't show that as a dream, but it clearly is what Nicole Kidman's imagining.
Right.
She's imagining him because she's jealous.
Right.
Right. But if you think about the women in this film, every single woman either flirts with him or he flirts with, it's really weird. So his license to do this is Nicole Kidman had a fantasy once.
Right.
And it's Lily Sobieski is that little 14-year-old girl. There's a sexual thing going on there.
That was so fucking bizarre.
Those two women at the party flirting with him, they might be honeypots for this orgy.
For the group.
Right, you find out later on that Cindy Pollock knows all about this stuff.
Yeah, he's in deep.
It's really weird. And so not only does every woman flirt with him, we talked about Alan Cumming is absolutely 1,000% gushing over him in this movie.
For sure.
But it's funny because all these people are attracted to Tom Cruise, but he really is awkward. He doesn't appear he knows how to flirt in this movie.
Well, like him, like picking up the hooker.
Yes.
And going back to her place.
Yeah.
That was just so fucking weird.
It was odd, and he acted very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But, she's like, what would you like to do? He goes, what would you suggest?
Yeah, it's very strange. And then going back, and then her roommate trying to hook up with him, and
her roommate trying to hook up with him before she says, oh, by the way, she has AIDS. Right? She flirts with him and then says, oh, by the way, the lady you just met.
Yeah, she's
has
not
AIDS.
Coming back. She left. She's got AIDS.
She's got
AIDS.
AIDS.
So fucking weird.
The cadaver at the morgue, a voluptuous, beautiful model.
That was the same.
I guess. Now that's a whole other weird thing because the people who have really like broken down this movie notice that the pubic hair is different on some of these people that are supposed to be the same person. So like, I don't know, this person on the morgue table has different pubic hair than she did earlier in the movie.
So
that's not lascivious. It's meant to point out they're different actresses.
If so, because I'm like trying to think if that's. I'll when I watch it, then I'll make a point to check that out.
Check out the pubic hair, Josh.
You know, the things we do for this pod.
Yeah. We
for both our listeners,
we pay a price. But did you know who voiced? So there's a prostitute at the party who tries to help him. Do you know who voiced that prostitute?
Fuck, I had it.
It's a famous actress.
I know. It's
very famous.
Somebody huge. Who is it? I can't remember. Kate Blanchett.
I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
And I can't remember if it was because she did a better American accent or something.
Yeah, I think she was in town. No, they had to do voiceovers again. Right. And she was there.
ADR or whatever.
Yeah.
Should we go through some trivia to talk about this stuff?
Yeah.
No? Okay. So when Cruz orders a cappuccino, they're playing Mozart's Requiem in D minor. That's a Roman Catholic mass for the dead, and meditates on morality, divine judgment, and the soul's passage into eternal peace. So there's all of these little Easter eggs in this movie. This is weird. Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman spent so long living in the UK due to their prolonged shoot. This is the world record for like a major film shoot. Their children acquired English accents.
That's dope.
We were talking about Madonna acquiring an English accent. That's not a thing with adults.
She goes and talks to Guy Ritchie, and all of a sudden she's got a fucking accent.
Yeah. So this is in the Guinness World Book of Records for longest constant movie shoot. 400 days.
It's so long.
Yeah.
One of the coolest things is when they were doing the chanting at the orgy before they all started getting down. I'm listening to it. I'm like, what's that language? But it ended up being like backmasked. It was like something very strange.
Jocelyn Pook's composition playing during that ceremony at the Mass Ball is a fragment of an Orthodox Mass played backwards.
Yeah,
the voices are singing in Romanian.
The
music's incredible.
Oh, it's amazing.
I love the music in that.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable music. Like, I'm sure more than one metal band has already used that as like an intro to their song.
Yeah.
Because it's really dark and really disturbing and cool music for that.
That was super cool.
The password Fidelio. So Fidelio is the password he's given by Nick, the piano player, to get into the party. It's from the Latin root fidelis, meaning faithful, which faithfulness is a problem for Tom Cruise in this movie. It's the title of Ludwig van Beethoven's only opera, and the opera, Fidelio, is a woman who disguises herself as a man to save her lover. Kind of interesting. So we already talked about Kubrick's Fear of Flying. That's the way they shot in New York, or in Great Britain. The 13.5 minute billiards room scene between Tom Cruise and Pollock near the end.
At the end,
200 takes.
Pollock must have been ready to fucking stab him, dude.
You know, so Fincher does this too. You know, Clint Eastwood famously will do 1 or 2 takes.
Yeah.
In fact, do you know that Frank Sinatra refused to do more than 1 take? And you know what he said? You're paying me to film 1 movie, not 2. But so Fincher would say, and Fincher fancies himself the Kubrick kind of successor. He's great, but sure. You know, whatever. And so he wants the actor to be bored by the time they've finally taken the final take.
Right.
He wants to take the air out of their performance, because actors do really, you know, even good ones tend to like ham it up a bit.
For sure.
Because they're acting.
It's their character. That's who actors are.
200 takes.
Jesus fucking
I mean,
Christ,
they
dude.
shot Tom Cruise walking through a doorway 200 times.
Yeah.
Which is insane.
Oh my God, dude.
So whatever Tom Cruise is, he's a trooper, right? He worked hard on this movie. He really did.
It fucking broke him down.
Yes.
It fucking broke him down.
And I'm not saying it caused a divorce, but they did not survive. Their marriage did not survive after this.
The craziest thing to me is that he had them go to couples therapy and would sit in on it.
Kubrick sat in on
Yeah, dude.
There's some boundary crossing here, right?
And he did it so he could get dirt on him to manipulate him, right?
Damn it.
I mean, what a fucking guy.
Kubrick was a genius, but boy, he's
a fucking
was
asshole,
fine
dude.
with using people.
Oh yeah.
Using people up. You know what I mean? Like chewing them up.
I wonder how they, like, if he was as insane on Full Metal Jacket. Like, did he get fucking Vincent D'Onofrio to do that fucking scene like
I don't know.
100 times.
We'll have to do some research about that.
Fuck that, dude. Oh, dude, at the end of that, you'd be fucking psychotic.
That movie's great. People mostly remember the first half because it's the great kind of training. The war part is actually great, and the more times you see it, the more you appreciate it. The first half of that movie is it's half of the greatest movie I've ever seen. But I think the more times I watch the Vietnam scenes, the better it gets. They're great.
Yeah,
and they're dispassionate.
Yeah.
So the way that Apocalypse Now is dispassionate, I think, people always remember Platoon. People always remember kind of the flashier Vietnam movies, but I like Full Metal Jacket and Apocalypse Now because it is not trying to hide the horrific thing that war is.
How fucking bad it is.
This is cold and deadly and disgusting.
And what it does to the people.
Yes, exactly. So, according to screenwriter Frederick Raphael, the final edit of the film, in fact, completed by Sidney Pollack after Kubrick's death.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Like his character Nick Nightingale, Todd Field was also a real-life jazz musician from the Pacific Northwest who came to New York for his career. So that's a director, Todd Field. He's directed Little Children, which is a great movie, and Tar, which is Cate Blanchett playing that director.
Yeah.
He's an accomplished director. If you look at his resume, it's really good.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yep. So Harvey Keitel was fired from this movie. Do you know about this?
I did hear that.
He confirmed he left, not fired, but basically they didn't like each other. And Keitel confirmed that he left due to clashing with director Kubrick during filming. Quoting him, he says, he was doing the scene and they were just walking through a door. And after the 68th take of this, just walking through the fucking door, Keitel just said, "I'm out of here. You're fucking crazy." He said, "You're fucking out of your mind," and left. So what's interesting, we were talking about how Kubrick is a manipulator. Keitel's like, "Fuck you.
Yeah,
I'm a professional.
Yeah.
I'm here to act. I'm
not
not going to
play
be
your
manipulated."
fucking game.
Yeah. So Keitel said, "Fuck you."
Yeah.
And to his credit.
Yeah, I respect it. All respect.
Do I have any more trivia? That might be the end of the trivia. Any final thoughts about the movie?
I'll definitely watch it more.
Yeah.
Because I think that it was, I think that it's good. And I do agree, like, the more you see his movies, the more you get out of it.
I don't know what I thought about the first time I saw this movie. I don't think it moved me. But now that I've seen it about 12 times, I think I love it.
Yeah.
So obviously it's not as that accessible to love it the first time.
No, there's just so much.
But it'd be fun to talk to you if you see it 5 times.
After another 5 times, yeah.
Just because it's just you start to appreciate certain things that didn't even notice. I don't mean you didn't notice it, but like they're so subtle and weird that it's like there's a lot happening in that movie.
Yeah, you're looking over here and there's shit going over here. Yeah, it's definitely it's a lot. So I mean, I feel that way about most movies. If I watch them once, I'll watch them twice.
Right. Do you already have a topic for next week that I'm going to be looking into, or did you pick something out yet? Yeah. You want to say it right now, or do you want to save it for the very end?
I'm going to talk about how PayPal is essentially why we are in the shithole that we are now.
Oh, I can't wait. Okay.
So
that moron is a Catholic idiot who we talked about him, right?
Do you know who? It's the PayPal mafia, man.
You're right.
It's like it's not just Thiel.
Okay.
It's Musk, Thiel.
Okay.
David Sachs, and then I have a whole.
Are those all South Africans?
2 South Africans and Thiel. I can't remember, but they like those 3 people. They should have all been kept away from each other. I mean, PayPal.
That special trio formed an evil triumvirate that formed what we have now.
And if you look at all the other people that came from PayPal, the true PayPal mafia is like 25, 30 people, right? And there's like 2 people that are not horrible.
All right, so we'll talk about it next week.
It's insane. So the basic premise is PayPal as a business would have been invented at some point anyway.
Yes.
But this PayPal has ruined the world.
Okay.
Can't
wait to learn more about ruining the world. Hooray! Hey, let's do that next week, right?
Yeah, that's next week.
I got way too many quotes. I apologize.
All right.
But these are good, and I've been saving them for you. Eric Hoffer was a philosopher and a social critic. He says, rudeness is the weak man's imitation of strength.
Yeah, fucking A.
It's a few words to say quite a profound thing.
Yeah.
I guess that goes to bullying in a way.
Sure. Yeah.
Bullies are usually scared little fucking babies.
Yeah.
Noam Chomsky. What the fuck? We could quote Noam Chomsky 10 times a day and still not get tired of it. As long as the general population is passive, apathetic, diverted to consumerism or hatred of the vulnerable, then the powerful can do as they please, and those who survive will be left to contemplate the outcome.
How about Noam and Jeff Epstein?
Oh, were they friends?
Buddies.
Oh God, dude! I wish you had told me that. I honestly had no idea.
Oh yeah, no,
I'm sorry to hear that.
He ends up coming up a lot. He ends up giving advice to Epstein on how to redeem himself in the public's eye. So, yeah, I found that. I'm like, motherfucker.
I liked Noam Chomsky at one point. Not anymore. Jesus. Yeah, it's like when you watch movies or read books, it's almost like I just don't want to know.
I know, right?
There's so many assholes that I just don't even want to know.
Artist and all that.
Cormac McCarthy, probably the greatest American writer of the last 50 years, maybe. He said it was good that God kept the truths of life from the young as they were starting out. Otherwise, they'd have no heart to start at all. Right? Kids are born with this kind of innocence and not cynical.
Yeah.
It's like, man, if they knew about the world they were about to be born into,
they'd just give up.
We would have no shot.
I'm doing this.
I don't talk to my son about politics. I don't.
Yeah.
And what I've known about young people, let's say people under the age of 25, they don't know how bad this is. They can't possibly know how bad this is because there's nothing to compare it to.
There's nothing. Yeah, no relation.
So I don't talk to my, he knows I can't stand Trump. He knows all my feelings about Trump, but I don't want to bum him out. Young people if we get saved from global warming and from these pieces of shit, it's going to be young people that do it.
It's the only people that can do it.
Right. So I leave them alone.
Yeah.
They need some hope, right, to survive.
I mean, that's like when people say that, we've been here before, right? We've been in this place before. I disagree fundamentally because in places that we've been like low like this before, specifically the civil rights movement, that kind of thing, there was hope. There is no hope now, right?
No.
Hope is completely shattered, and it's...
hope is dead.
It's dead. It's dead.
I'm not going to mention names because I'm about to shit on these people. There's people I've listened to via podcast or radio, and they're very smart people who are very confident in their own smartness. And quite a few of them, just 15 years ago, were saying Democrats and Republicans are the same.
Fuck.
How do you feel about that now, asshole?
These fucking dumbasses.
Okay. I guess, you and I have thoughts about things. We have opinions. But I like to learn. And sometimes I'm wrong, really fucking wrong. And I think I used to be real defensive about that as a young man. Now I find it kind of exhilarating because I want to know the truth. I remember 30 years ago, they used to say that artificial sweeteners cause lupus. And I repeated that canard a few times. And then I looked it up. There's absolutely no proof about that.
Right. And
at this point in my life, I'd rather be wrong and know the right thing than think I'm right and just be wrong.
Oh, no. If I am fully willing to change my mind, I'm fully willing to be wrong. That's an indication of somebody who, I don't want to toot my own fucking horn, but somebody who can admit they're wrong and learn from it. That's good. That's somebody who grows.
Well, and that's the scientific method, right? New information.
That's it. New information comes along. You base your opinion on that. No,
that was the greatest protest sign ever. My opinion changes based on new information.
Yeah, that's fucking
right.
It's so true. It's like
all you need to say.
That's everything. And so all these people like saying, well, back when, and Plattner's probably a pretty bad example of this right now, but him fucking coming out and saying, I did some stupid shit when I was a kid, but I've grown and I'm not that person. And other things have come to light that maybe proved that wrong. But the fact that there are people out there that can change their mind. This Oppo research that they do in politics is gonna rule all these people out that have actually grown and changed their mind and become a better person.
And don't forget, I told you, someone online had roasted Joe Biden because Joe Biden, like every politician in the world in the United States, was either, I'm not saying innately homophobic, but basically a lot of politicians we would say were pretty good,
Yeah.
were not necessarily in support of gay marriage.
Absolutely.
So this guy online called Joe Biden a monster at one point. I don't remember even why, but it's like, dude, again, who do you respect more? The person who feels exactly the same at 90 as they did at 12, or the person as they get older and older going, oh, I can see the mountain, or I can see the waves of society moving this way. I was wrong. No one would say the Kennedys were like the common man. The Kennedys were born of privilege, right? Had lots of money and fame, but John and Robert understood what was happening. They understood there was a civil rights movement, and I don't think anyone said they were great civil rights activists before he became president.
No.
But they saw the current. They saw which way the arc of the moral universe was going, and they understood this is happening now.
And it needs to happen.
Yes.
Not only is it just happening, it's something that I need to participate in to make happen.
Right.
And that's a huge fucking thing.
I'm sorry to do this. I got a few more of these.
Oh my God.
But you're going to love them. I know you want to go. Richard Pryor said, I'm not addicted to cocaine. I just like the way it smells. Not much to say about that, but that's funny.
I feel you, brother.
This is Arundhati Roy, who's an Indian author, best known for her novel, The God of Small Things. Once weapons were manufactured to fight wars, now wars are manufactured to sell weapons.
Yeah, that's fucking
hard to argue with that.
That's a fact.
We know that the Atlantic Republican, the Atlantic did a great article on J.D. Vance's. I guess he's got a novel coming out. But anyway, we've talked about how erratic Vance is with it. Like, I guess the Atlantic released Vance's criticism of Trump just way back in 2017. That's only a few years ago.
Yeah.
That guy's flip-flopped on everything. He has no morals to stand on at all.
He is completely amoral.
But I love this Groucho Marx quote. Those are my principles, and if you don't like them, well, I have others. So that's J.D. Vance for you.
That is fucking A.
Only 3 more. I swear to God, they're good. Malcolm X said, I said Epps, like Omar Epps.
Omar?
Malcolm X said, if you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing. Welcome to 2026.
Yeah. And it's not the newspapers, it's fucking social media.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, even though the newspapers are not fantastic right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except
The Onion.
The fucking
Josh
Onion.
just showed me his hard copy of The Onion. He's a subscriber now. Fucking awesome.
So good.
Good for you for subscribing to that. Sheldon Kopp was a psychotherapist. He said everything good is costly, and the development of a personality is one of the most costly of all things. It will cost you your innocence, your illusions, and your certainty.
Certainty for sure, man.
Pretty cool. For sure. For certain.
For certain.
Yeah. Okay, one more. You don't do social media, but Mark Quintz on Blue Sky, she used to be on Twitter. She's a great humorist and an author and activist. I'm not a leftist or a socialist so much as I'm just a society is a construct, and we've constructed ours into a pyramid scheme meant to exponentially help the small few at the top while crushing everyone else, and it's dumb as hell, and we don't have to keep doing it. Mara, kicking ass.
Motherfucker.
Well, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Next week, we're going to talk about the PayPal Mafia.
PayPal Mafia.
See you then.
All right.
Toast to bad dads.
Go. You have been listening to The Trivial Man. If you'd like to get a hold of us, you can either call us at 415-484-8841 or send us an email at thetriviumpod@gmail.com.